Hey guys, Jeffrey Walker here, founder and CEO of Walgotti. Wanted to do a quick video this morning and really just talk with real estate investors out there and just have a conversation. So my background, obviously right now, what I do is I help business owners to secure funding for their businesses. We do all different types of lending, from 100% revenue-based lending to 100% FICO score lending. We do all different types of funding for business owners, but my background is real estate investing. I am a part of the Fortune Builders family. If you don't know who Fortune Builders is, I highly recommend you look them up. I've started investing in real estate back in 2007. Not the best time, but we did our 5 deals our first year in business, and obviously real estate has created more kings and queens and wealth than any other industry in the world. And so I love real estate. And so I thought, you know what, there is a huge need for real estate investors out there that are looking for funding. I know that when I first got started in wholesaling property as well as rehabbing properties, things of that nature, one of the biggest concerns that I had, my friends had, my partners had, people that I networked had, these are the biggest problems, and that was securing funding. Private money is out there. It's everywhere, as you know, but it's a little bit intimidating to be able to have those conversations as a new real estate investor. It can be a little bit overwhelming. And then you got to know how to find these people, how to connect with the people, how to structure the deal, what formula do they want to require. And then you have hard money lenders out there, which I also have relationships with several very aggressive hard money lenders. But even then, back, the early 2000s, money was just flowing, right? Hard money lenders they weren't requiring much. They would pretty much lend on anything that made sense in the deal. Nowadays, it's not as easy, right? You got to come to the table typically with some skin in the game. You got to have the right FICO scores, this, that, and the other. And so I've actually partnered with a company that is very aggressive in helping real estate investors to secure upwards of $150,000 in lines of credit as well as credit cards. And so these cards come at you to you at 0% interest for 12 to 18 months. And I want you to think about this. If you were to hire a professional company to help you build your profile, now let me stop there. You may currently have great credit. You may have everything in place where a trained eye can look at it and boom, we can get you $180,000, $100,000, $150,000 worth of credit that you can actually use to go and put a down payment, not a down payment, but you could actually put the 20% down that the hard money is going to require. 10% depends on who you're working with and what their requirements are. Also, something else to think about, you could actually become a private lender. So guess what? What do the banks do? The banks, they take your money, they pay you nothing, and then they sell that money to someone else at a very high rate, right? And so who says that you can't do the same? So if you were to hire a professional company and they were to walk you through step by step on how to get the large limit credit cards at 0%, guess what? You can use that be a private lender. You could, if someone needs $50,000 to be able to get into a deal, you're a real estate investor, so you know the deal, you know the formula. If they're flipping the house, 70% minus repairs, you never offer more than that. If you're wholesaling, obviously you're going to work on a formula of 60 to 65% after repaired value minus repairs. So you're going to work your formula in there. But let's say because you are trained in real estate, you know if this is a good deal or not. So you can, become a private lender, or if you need money to get into the actual deal yourself, now you have access to very, very cheap capital. Now, obviously, we have to charge you for getting you those limits. And so there's going to be a fee there. So that's not free. Now, that doesn't come out of your pocket up front. We don't charge you unless you actually get funding. And so this is something I wish personally I would have known about, 10 years ago, because it would have made my life so much easier. My partner that is actually killing it right now doing probate, he's out of Austin, Texas, him and I could have done so much more if we would have had access to capital, but because we didn't, we were having to split the deals with the people that did have the money. So instead of making 100% of the profit between him and I, which we were partners and we're still best friends today, but we were having to split that deal 50-50 with someone else because they had the capital. So this would have solved so much of the problems that we were having had I know that this actually exists. And so what does this look like? Well, first of all, this is highly weighted on your personal FICO scores. So I want to be clear there. If you have horrible credit, no problem. We can help you get that fixed. In fact, it was after when I went into real estate, I had great credit, and then I made some mistakes, and guess what? My credit got ruined. So I hired a company a few years ago to fix my credit, and a world of opportunity again began to open up financially speaking. And I thought so much of it that I opened my own credit repair company. So if you have bad credit, not to worry, we can help you with that. But just understand that this type of funding is highly driven based on your personal credit scores. Now, if you're married and you have a spouse or you have a good friend that cares about you and loves you and they want to see you succeed, you can also use a credit partner for this type of funding. So I just want to be very clear on that. This is highly weighted on your FICO scores. However, once you get your credit profile in the right place, guys, there is such a huge opportunity available for you. And so I do this personally, but my partners have actually set up a program where they're aggressively helping real estate investors to get this type of funding. So what I'm going to do is below this video, I'm going to attach a link in the comments section. And this is a place where you can go and get pre-qualified. In other words, you can go and see what you qualify for. Now, you don't have to be a real estate investor to do this. If you're watching this and you're a business owner out there and you're trying to figure out how you can secure some capital that's very, very inexpensive for a period of time, this could be a program for you. But again, highly driven on your FICO scores. So if you would like to be able to see if you qualify, number one, you need to have at least a 650 to be able to qualify, or a credit partner. That's the first thing. So if you're not there, send me a direct message. Let's have a conversation and I'll share with you how the credit repair process works. Bottom line, guys, if you're in business, whether you're flipping houses or you're starting a liquor store or you're doing construction or you're a mechanic, truck driver, doesn't matter. If you have bad credit, you are hurting yourself in many different ways. You're hurting your abilities to actually get funding. You're hurting your abilities to keep your interest rates down. Can you believe, guys, when I had my credit had tanked, I shared with you that just a minute ago, I was paying 18% interest on my car. My car interest rate was 18%. Today, 2.25%. World of difference, guys. So if you don't have good credit, don't make the same mistake that I did and wait years to get it fixed, because it literally, the investment for me to fix my credit was roughly $1,000. And the money that I've saved from paying 18% interest to 2.25% interest has literally, no joke, been tens of thousands of dollars. And so credit, guys, is, I like to say, it's a new currency. It matters. And if you don't have good credit, guys, you're hurting yourself. So that's the first thing. So the bottom line is, it doesn't matter where you are, what kind of business you have, but this is a great strategy for real estate investors. So you can click on the link below, fill out the 4 things, basically your name, number, email, and a phone number. And my team is going to reach out to you and we're going to see what you qualify for. You're going to get to look at your credit report. They're going to have you pull your credit. They're going to be able to see what's going on there. It doesn't cost you anything. And then from there, they can give you a plan of action. So guys, if you're looking for an alternative means of funding, if you're looking to be able to have some access to capital, if you're flipping houses or you're just a business owner or you're thinking about starting a business, you deserve to have my team get in touch with you for a very low-key conversation. There's not a sales pitch. They're not going to try to pressure you. In fact, I wish they were a little bit more aggressive, but that's neither here or there. The bottom line is I want you to know that they're not going to try to close you. They're not going to try to pitch you. They're simply going to see what you qualify for. They're going to offer you a solution, a plan of action. And if you choose to do so and move forward, fantastic for you. They may tell you that you need to do a little bit of credit repair. Boom, you come back to me. We get that process started. In a few months, we go back, we reapply. no hard inquiries on your credit report. This is a soft pull, and that is very important for you to understand. For those of you that understand the value of good credit and what an inquiry does to your credit report, you always want to make sure that you are asking if this is a hard inquiry or a soft inquiry. And so this right here, guys, is a soft inquiry. It doesn't affect your credit reports whatsoever. It doesn't even appear on your credit score or your credit reports. Okay, guys? So anyway, I hope you got value out of this. As you can tell, I'm quite excited about this because I understand what the possibilities are when you have access to $100,000, what that can do for your business, whether, again, you're in real estate or construction or you're driving a truck, whatever the case may be. When you have access to capital, you can sleep better at night knowing, hey, if something happens, I've got this. If I need money to buy this house, I've got this. When you don't have access to capital, you don't sleep as good at night. How do I know? Been there, done that, and lived through it, thank God. But I paid someone to fix my credit, and a whole world has changed, guys. A whole world has been opened up to me since I made that decision. So anyway, guys, hope you're having a great week. And again, I'm going to post a link below. And if you'd like to have a no obligation conversation with my team and see what you could qualify for, all you got to do is simply fill out the information. My team will reach out to you. They're not going to try to sell you. They're not going to try to hard close you. They're simply going to give you some instructions, pull your credit, and very quickly they'll be able to tell you what they can do for you. So guys, have a great rest of your day. Again, my name is Jeffrey Walker. I'm the founder and CEO of Walgatti, located here in the Houston, Texas market. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon.